The Marie, go towards goodness. Do not compare, do not measure. No other ways is like yours. All other ways deceive and tempt you. You must fulfill the way that is in you. I don't know. Pakistani padaishi bimari hai. Comparison, competition. We don't know what we are from inside. And when you don't know that, then you simply try to become anyone. अगर कोई आपका हीरो है, अगर कोई आपको अच्छा लगता है, but by the end you hate yourself because that's not you. It's just an illusion. We are deceiving ourselves. It's tempting. उसका जैसा हो जाऊं या उसकी जैसी हो जाऊं. है अभी तक you would be like I'm obsessed by this movie and novel or book, but it's not like that. It's more like what I want to say out, share out, because I'm not allowed to do that because I'm too brutally honest. Lethal combination of Scorpio and Sagittarius and Taurus and Capricorn. I'm sharing it here. I don't want to cheapen the experience or turn it into a little snapshot. I want to be here with the horses, that's all. I hate taking photos of everything. It means what's going on now is only this thing we perform so we can take pictures and look at them later. Stick them on Facebook. It dilutes whatever we are doing. That's kind of what I think anyway. The scene in book was जहाँ horses होते हैं, I forgot the word, what is it? And but this was in movie this scene was around an architectural historical kind of modern building. And I guess there was that Bulbo or a museum be. One is like old school, being in a moment, and Jack and the Heather was like pictures, pictures, pictures. Today's generation, not in a moment. इधर लगाई उधर लगाई इधर share की उधर share की. I'm not judging anyone. I'm not saying that is the right way and that is the wrong way. I'm just saying sometimes taking a break from technology, it's good. Like, I don't get it. We are sitting in the same room, friends, siblings, family, relatives, but everyone is on their own phone, on screen, on illusion world. हमें लगता है वो world हमारे पास है, but it's just a we are deceiving ourselves. And I really miss that old time जब ये Wi-Fi नहीं था, ये technology नहीं थी. And no wonder we are depressed. We are being sick. And फिर एक article है, इससे मुझे ये किताब याद आई and I think so I should start it. Have you ever heard? This is for the books people, introverts, ambiverts, anyone who is book person and love to talk with the strangers, love to talk about the books because no one ever जिस तरह कोई दरिया में चलता है वो पानी वहां से दोबारा नहीं गुजरता. Similarly, एक किताब कोई दो इंसान एक तरह नहीं पढ़ सकते because you are your own experiences, what happened through you, what happened to you. Have you ever heard someone say that books are places we visit? And that when we run into people who have read the books we have read, it's the same as if we had traveled to the same locations. We know something about them because they have lived in the same worlds we have lived. We know what they live for. And अब ये चीज try not to explain to any person जो किताबें नहीं पढ़ता because it's like दीवार के साथ सर मारना and then they keep pestering you. Try it, tell me, try it, explain it. Why do you keep reading books? Why do you love to talk to strangers? WELTSHMERZ. Okay. So WELTSHMERZ, I said, feeling the heaviness of the word as it passed my lips. It's a German word, WELTSHMERZ, German for world weariness and world pain. It's the idea that physical reality can never meet the demands of the mind. And I researched it for a paper of my sophomore year. I remember it because it kind of describes these moods I sometimes get. WELTSHMERZ, unnamed dread and fatigue of the world. That's the definition. So I wonder, अगर हम में से कोई इस चीज से गुजरते हैं and we just don't know, WELTSHMERZ, like it's आखिरी आवाज है MERTZ की तरह MERZ. So it's an idea physical reality can never meet the demands of the mind and a dread, a fatigue of this world. We are going to fight to the death. Then there is another situation and उसमें Jack, gives this to her a suggestion. जब भी existential dread आए, so क्या करना चाहिए? To fight to the death when you are feeling existential dread, you need to push your limits and you need to confront that. And that's what he's doing in this whole book or movie, whatever you want to read or watch, because he's going through his last 6 months of life. So I wonder, if you are going through midlife crisis like me, how about fight to that? How about push your limits? How about try something new? We are really, left hemisphere people overanalyze, we think intuition is just woo-woo. So don't think, just go along, follow it, and see what happened. That जब आप कुछ करना चाहते हो और आप फौरन नहीं करते, I have seen the people जो फौरन कर लेते हैं, कुछ लोग उन्हें impatient कहते हैं, कुछ लोग कहते हैं that's something. Something comes to your mind and you just do it. In unseen world, in intangible world, it is something जो आपको courage देता है. जिस तरह अगर आप public में किसी के साथ ज्यादती होते हुए देखो, आपको पता है that गलत हो रहा है और आप उसके बारे में कुछ ना करो, आपके ऊपर असर होता है, आपके ऊपर केमिकली असर होता है, एनर्जी वाइज असर होता है. आई बिलीव you become cowards or you become courageous. Be your own judge and listen to your heart, not the inorganic dopamine वाला. बहुत subtle differences हैं, छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं. बुज़दिल बन जाते हो या जिससे आप courageous बनते हो. You try your own path. Everyone is climbing. Have you ever observed, at least in corporate, well, this college, university, this is such a famous, this pattern. Everyone is climbing first position, second position, third position, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh, ye 10 canal, sorry, 10 marla, 5 marla, 1 canal, 2 canal. So everyone is climbing, and I'm not sure where people are climbing to be or to get to. What are we doing in this world? Why are we here? वो क्या चीज़ है जिसके लिए हमें strive करनी है? What is that purpose? What is that meaning of life? Yeah, if you have ever tried any dance, salsa dance, belly dance, or whatever suits you, rombic, what is that? वो जो exercise की तरह एक होता है. You couldn't escape your personality when it came to dancing. आपकी कोई two parts like two legs and two arms and two right shoulder भी left shoulder भी है, so but there's always आपकी certain two में से हमेशा एक dominant होती है. For example, mostly people are right-handed. जब आप drive करते हैं, same is like that. आपका certain body part in a certain dance, in a certain move. So you have your own personality. And if you have ever done that, ever attend any class, you would know. Heather is sharing her experience with the Jack. कि उन दोनों का सफर कैसा जा रहा है. Everything felt accelerated as a result of our traveling together. We could not hide things or be slow to reveal our likes and dislikes, and we travel out of our backpacks, and the world was reduced to tiny instances of comfort, of joy, of great brilliant sights, sounds, and smells. So the point, what I think is here is, be in a moment. This is a symbol of here and now. And if you are like me, love traveling, don't like settling, you get to know a lot, about your partner, about your friend, जिनके साथ भी सफर कर रहे हैं. Likes, dislikes, subtle personalities. You learn being in a moment. You don't make a big issue about materialistic stuff. It's okay. You share, you give. So yeah, these 3 points. Like जितना आप सफर के दौरान किसी को जितना अच्छे तरीके से जानते हो, I don't think there is any other way to know the person. And then by being in a moment, by being in here and now, comfort, joy, and that those sound and smell, you start using your sense instead of your technology. Wi-Fi, so this word, but I'm too lazy to open the book again and to find that word. You can read this. The Porter poured out the glasses for the. You can't pay for this, young people like you. It is a gift. They say it is made of angel tears. You understand? Good drinks are always sad. They bring us life, but they also remind us of death. And I wonder, हम लोग क्यों इतना घबराते हैं death के topic के साथ. That is beautiful, coming from a Scorpion personality. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, this is something that I realized during my travel abroad, and I learned through it. Anyone with the price of ticket, he would say, can visit a museum. You had to be a traveler to scout out something unique in a place where so many people had already trod. He wasn't content to visit museums and cathedrals and interesting cityscapes, then go home and feel he had bagged another destination. Like for mostly people, हमारे लिए ये चीज़ है. Okay, tick, checklist tick. इधर हो लिए, पेरिस हो लिए, ये वाली स्टोरी लग गई, ये वाली रील बन गई. नेक्स्ट व्हाट? द वे वी पैक आवर बैग्स, इधर जाना है, इसके लिए ये सूट पहनना है, ये शूज पहनने हैं. बट व्हाट अबाउट दोस प्लेसेस जो आपकी ट्रैवल इटिनरी में नहीं लिखी गई? यू केम अक्रॉस देम ट्वीट में मुड़ के, मैप पकड़ के. ओल्ड स्कूल versus GPRS. He refused to be a mere tourist. He desired a deeper connection with the land and with the people. This was sweet. You really loved your grandfather, headed to Jack. It comes through everything you do. He was good to me. We understood each other in ways I haven't found with many people. I can understand that. I shared that with my grandmother. Used to. The people who are looking for predictability, certainty versus the people in a moment. So, headed to Jar. I want to know what the next day will bring. Not everything. I don't want to know everything. A degree of certainty. At least I want that option. Is that such a horrible thing? This is not about New York this time, Jack said. It's not about New York being a prison we built for ourselves. This is about an approach to life and to living. You were my biggest fear. A person like you, a person who I would want to join. I didn't want to meet anyone like you. I had a pretty good plan, I thought. I had 6 months left in my life and I could use for traveling. And I think that's why I am reacting. Maybe I don't want to. Maybe that's the confusion I am feeling. The thing that I want to share here is my point of view is here. It is like we look, at surface things and we judge. We're too impatient. Sometimes जब अगला बंदा react कर रहा होता है, like आदत से मजबूर होता है, unaware, totally unconscious. Some people are subconscious, sub यानी partially. Some people are थोड़ी बहुत conscious. Some people are aware. आहिस्ता आहिस्ता. There are many stages, many degrees. But sometimes you are reacting because you want it and you don't want it. Like you are in this dilemma. Which I'm just gonna travel and then you find the best type of personality, your friend or your lover, whatever, and then you are like, I don't want to die anymore. जिस पे आप पहले you were okay. I will travel. मैं अपने grandfather का journal follow करूँगा and now then I will happily dying. I'll be prepared. मैंने कुछ life में achieve कर लिया. And now there is this suddenly. So things come sometimes. Universe is funny. And जब आप काफी अर्से पहले देख रहे होते हो और फिर एकदम जब आप उसके लिए नहीं देख रहे होते उस चीज को उसको नहीं चाह रहे होते anymore, it comes. And most of the time in my life, I'm over that. You get to know like maybe उस वक्त आपका serotonin, dopamine बहुत high होता है. That's why you want it. Okay, again, personality also matters. So maybe next time if we react कर रहा है, give him or her space. Maybe he or she is confused, in a confused feeling. Oh, my favorite lines. I don't know what is wrong with me these days with 9 to 5 job. There is a problem though. Jack is trying to make her understand Heather, and you know it too, at some level. You are trading in freedom for security. You are trading in this wide world for a 9 to 5 job. It doesn't matter how well paid you will be, you are deliberately trading something for your life. And we both know that life. We know what it can offer and what it kills. It kills your soul. It's predictable. Predictable. That's why people are drawn to it. And there are people, oh my god. आपके अंकल ने 10 साल इधर जॉब की है ना आप एक साल भी आपसे जॉब नहीं हुई. Gosh. And that's interesting. I didn't came across such a tie in Texas. So that was interesting for me. Texas bolo Thai. Honesty and brutal honesty. Pakistani look, I haven't came across like other than Virgo, Gemini, and Scorpio. Not many people can take it. And of course, there is a lot of degree of variation in their natal charts. Honesty, Pakistani log nahi le sakte. They like to say, I would like to be honest, but nobody can take that. And okay, let's count in the Taurus people too. Okay. So the thing is, I didn't want that. That's why I said I didn't want to meet someone like you. Not now, maybe not ever. Part of me is drawn to everything about it and about you. Another part, the one that I can't quite understand, that part wants me to keep moving and keep experiencing new things. And try explaining this to your parents. I want to travel. Why do you want to travel? Why do you want to leave the job? Why do you want to leave the security, the predictability? I guess हमारे बड़ों को एक सुकून देती है. अगर आप एक बोरिंग लाइफ बोरिंग स्केड्यूल पे चलते रहो एंड देन यू केम आउट ऑफ नोवेयर टू रेस कोर्स और कहीं से अकेले टाइम स्पेंड करके आओ और रीडिंग्स और कोई किताब बुक पे कोई टॉक और समथिंग जो कि कोई नहीं करता ओ माय गॉड दे गेट अ हार्ट अटैक ऑफ देयर लाइफ नॉट द लिटरल हार्ट अटैक मेटाफोरिकल हार्ट अटैक Oh my God. So yeah, again, wanting someone, फिर जाहिर बात है आपको उस इंसान के साथ रहना पड़ेगा, and then वही cycle, predictability का. And the another part, कि like he's in this trouble of making decision. A Heather को choose करूं या अपनी journey continue करूं? And that part wants me to keep moving. He wants to keep moving, you know, experience things, new mistakes, growth mindset. So, am I gonna share that book? Oh yeah. Elif Shafaq की जो ये book थी, इसमें she talks about her autobiography. Like there are many voices inside us, the way Gnosis talks about, you know, there are many types of egos. और वो egos अगर आप circle से represent करते हो तो उसके अंदर consciousness का certain part होता है, you know. So there are many types of egos which are encircling, hide कर रहे होते हैं हमारा consciousness का part. है. So इसमें अलिफ शफक टॉक्स अबाउट यू नो एक उसके अंदर आवाज होती है मदरहुड की, एक उसके अंदर आवाज होती है टू बिकम द बेस्ट सेलर, एक उसके अंदर आवाज होती है टू बिकम द प्रिटीएस्ट वुमन, यू नो. सो देयर आर मेनी वॉइसेस दैट शी टॉक्स अबाउट. एंड इस किताब को पढ़ने के बाद आई थॉट like I guess I am a normal person if I have that many things inside me. So if you have too many voices inside you and you are confused as hell, try reading it, but I don't think so everyone would like it. Next. Oh, yeah. You have made me look at my life and how I led it. Heather to Jack. It isn't all you bending to me, Jack. I haven't even filled out those stupid forms from Bank of America. This is not like me. You can't even begin to imagine. My focus is wider now. You have made me examine my choices, and that isn't easy. You have put a crank in my plans too. So, how many times have you came across people जिन्होंने in a उनके उनकी personality is like that, such an inflow के it's not like बड़ों की तरह typical पाकिस्तान के बड़े मौलवियों की तरह या बड़ों की तरह आपको lecture दे रहे हैं, but उनकी बातों से you know you take a U-turn and आप सोचते हैं what's going on in my life, you know, you rethink it. And then how many people have you came across, you know, जो ट्रैवल करते हैं, इनके पास बहुत पैसे है, किताबें भी पढ़ते हैं, but they are full like too much narrow-minded, too much tang nazar. And then I'm surprised, like, so it is something else, you know. It's just like एक जो हमारी certain checklist है, ये लड़के में होना चाहिए, लड़की में होना चाहिए. This is just surface. There are many subtle things that matters, ठीक है? So, how many times have you came across such people जिन्होंने आपको मजबूर किया है in a natural way to question your choices, the way you are doing in your life? And then he shares his boss story. I had a friend named Tom, Heather. He was an older guy, but not that old. Maybe mid-40s, great guy. He was a bit of a mentor for me. I worked with him on the newspaper, and he wanted the same things I did, more or less. Wanted to be a journalist, all of that. Then one day when he was shaving, he found a lump right above his collarbone. He went to the doctor, and the doctor diagnosed it as cancer. And 9 months later, he was dead. I don't know if I have ever fully acknowledged what it did to me, mentally, I mean. My question here is, have you ever lost someone, like, really, really dear to you? And आपकी mental realm में क्या असर हुआ? और क्या आप उससे निकल सके हैं या अभी तक वही हैं? Then he shares, he went from being a 40-something-year-old in perfect health to a cancer patient in a matter of weeks. You don't just get over that. Seeing that happens to someone. So I made promise to myself. One was to see one was to see as much of the world as I could, to experience as much as I could, as fully as I could. I know that's impossible. I do. But I also know we are going to die one day, and it wouldn't be as long off as we imagine. It can happen anytime. Trust me, I heard the mortal knock when Tom got sick. It's one thing to know that in the abstract, sure, I'm going to die someday. But when it suddenly becomes a possibility that you might die now, right now, this week, anytime, tomorrow, then something changes inside you. It changes, Heather. Believe me, I know that I'm dying. And Tom taught me this. This is my problem, not yours. It's my worry. It was like, yeah, and then he shares, you know, मैं भी तुम्हारी तरह life में promotion, certificates, ये चीजें चाहता था, but then something occurred. ये वो उसे समझाना चाह रहा है from So it's from 27-year-olds जो कि अब मरने वाला है to a 23-year-old. So now he's saying to her, I was like you a couple of years ago. I cared about promotions. I cared about climbing the ladder. But one day Tom came to me and explained what had happened, and I realized through his death that I hadn't done the things I wanted to do. And this is the exact line that bothers me. जो मुझे सोने नहीं देती, जो मुझे ऑफिस की 9 to 5 को क्वेश्चन मार्क करती है. Like, when is that time gonna come? When I will do those things that I love? And for that, of course, you need to know. I need to know. What are my gifts? What is the meaning of life? My meaning of life, not others' meaning of life. जो दूसरे मेरे से चाहते हैं. No. Maybe it works for them, but it doesn't work for me. I hadn't done the things I wanted to do. I know that sounds melodramatic, but I promised myself I would never spend another day in an office. I asked myself if I wanted to change my life, if I could change my life. And I took this trip, this mission to follow my grandfather's journal in the hope that it would restore me somehow as it restored him. And ta-da! Then I met you. This was an interesting line. Nothing serious about it, but the way he said it, like a tree is an arrow into the future. So I'm just looking at the tree, the arrow, the Sagittarius sigil, the centaur, the half human body, half animal body, the arrow. So yeah. Then there was just this European ash tree की बात हो रही थी, and I just searched it out and it came around. This is a really interesting क्या कहते हैं जो Rune alphabets हैं RUNE, you know. इनकी shapes बहुत मजे की हैं. It's मजे की मतलब in a sense you can find it in trees. Weird shapes, not like typical A, B, C, D or Elif Bata or 1, 2, 3, maybe 1. So yeah, its meaning is closely associated with communication, divination. It produces a sound as in ash. Rune is often seen as a symbol of the gods and it can be used to represent the act of speaking or writing. Oh, this is my favorite part. Hate what's false, demand what's true. But it's easy to say. Sometimes I think it's not कि अगला झूठ बोलना चाहता है. It's more like there are certain people जिनके साथ आप transparent नहीं हो सकते. वो आपके साथ इतनी पूछ-पूछ करते हैं, इतनी interrogation करते हैं, like you get sick. And sometimes people just want to go with the flow, herd mentality. It's easy to go with false versus the truth. Oh, these are my favorite lines from Alchemy of Souls. So my point sharing is here is like that, true and false is not like black and white, like mathematics, wrong answer है right है, 0 है 100 number है. So a true है a false है. So the masterly says this in that season. You can't judge what is right or wrong merely based on things you see. There are stories to everything. And fate is made up of many stories and many relationships. It took us over 10 years to finally grasp the energy, but there are those who can do that from birth. Simply put, but they are geniuses. But to the world, they seem reckless, they seem unreliable, and even dangerous at times. That is because they are different from the rest of us. While others could be worried about them, we react that way because we do not know how they will use their terrifying powers. So yeah, we can't judge merely based on things we see externally, right or wrong. Because there are stories behind people to everything, इंसान किताब की तरह है. You can't see उनके किताब खुली नहीं पड़ी. You have to read people, you have to read the energy, you have to read what they are telling or what is the underlying, what they are not telling. And you cannot always be right. There's so much to a human being. I don't know हमने इस चीज को क्यों इतना सिर्फ surface meaning बना दिया. Then she came across जब वो एयरपोर्ट पे अपना न्यू अमेरिका की फ्लाइट का वेट कर रही थी. I felt for a while that I had entered the phone world. It was just me in a virtual world that didn't actually exist, but did exist. So I just want to question our lives. जब आप वेट कर रहे होते हैं, आपको कोई ऑफिस से पिक करने आए, रेस्टोरेंट से पिक करने आए, फ्रेंड्स का वेट करते हैं, सबसे पहले आप बिना सोचे समझे क्या करते हैं? फोमो, fear of doing nothing, or fear of missing out. Tick, 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 on your phones. Sometimes it's easier to ruin a thing than to guard it. Does that make any sense? It's easier to ruin a thing. That's what happened in the story. And that was you. It was funny because that's what Pakistani people see everywhere. Your aunties, your uncles, even your friends, matchmaking game. So if you are interested, read it by yourself. But it was funny and it made me angry. And I was like, okay, just share it. I've become an expert now that I'm married. Didn't you know? Married people always know exactly what single people should do, who they should see, how they should live, what they should do. Yeah, the only thing I guess जो रह गई है वो ये भी बताना रहेगी कि बड़े बताएं सांस कैसे लेना चाहिए, लेना भी चाहिए या नहीं लेना चाहिए. खैर, these are interesting lines, but मुझे इसकी कोई deep I'm missing out definitely something, but I'm just sharing. Maybe किसी को सुनने वाले को आप में से किसी को click कर जाए. Love finds us, passes through us, and continues. Love finds us, passes through us, continues. Oh yeah, interesting. When you're traveling, your soul is up in the air. And when you are home, we believe here that your soul is divided and half of it lives in your native soil. When you are in your own country, your feet can find the soul beneath and it is whole. But when you travel, you are a half soul. Do you believe in such things? I do. I don't know about you. Travel, soul, up in the air. Connection. Try to connect. Read the pattern. It's chaos. So you can never know what you will find or what will find you. But sometimes the gods remember us. Go out and look. What do you have to lose? Kept saying destiny would have a hand. He liked the word destiny and said it often. He said when we stop looking for something, it usually shows up. That's the story of my life. When we stop looking for something, it usually shows up. If the path before you is clear, you are probably on someone's else.